pass away at night, so the nighttime's always been the scariest for a mom, or for a parent, a diabetic parent, and Journey just kind of allowed me to a little rest at night, having a diabetic is like an infant, a 15-year-old infant. You're checking, a couple times a night, you're making sure you're adjusting, you're, making sure they eat before bed, and Journey just kind of helped you, with a peace of mind. He was my, let me sleep.
And he truly became a part of this family, I can tell.
Yes.
I mean, talk about him, just his personality, and share a little bit about him.
He was always happy. Always wanted attention. He was very caring and lovable and gentle. He was a very big dog, but he acted like he was like a little puppy.
Yeah, he's very, very gentle. He's very calm. He's very, very calm dog. That was his chair. That's Journey's chair, and he would steal the kids' stuffed animals or take a shoe. He would never chew it. He wouldn't tear it up. He would just hold it in his little mouth. Every morning the kids were like, I can't find my shoe, and we're like, check Journey's kennel, check Journey's chair, and truly, if you looked in the backyard, you'd see, I think there's some flip-flops back there that he's taken out there, and that type of thing. So, yeah, he's silly and lovable, and we have another dog, and Journey would be here in his chair, and Max would be pulling on his ear, and Journey would just be sitting there.
Sounds like a really good
He's amazing.
And tell me about the fundraising that took over a year to even get him, and that everyone's been involved, which I'm assuming why he went to church camp, went to was in school picture.
There was a lot of people more than
Tell about the two big ones.
the poker.
The poker run and
The dinner.
yeah, but also Missy's GoFundMe.
What did that mean to you to have people working so hard to raise money so you could get the stuff?
I don't know. It was kind of mind blowing that there's so many people that actually cared.
And was it cool to see him then become such a big part of the community? Tell me about how integrated he was and what he did with you.
If I didn't bring him anywhere, people would be like, "Where's Journey? Is he okay?" Just checking up on him.
I hadn't posted, when the boys got Max, our other dog. I hadn't posted a couple pictures, and I had 20 people say, "Hey, I haven't seen a picture of Journey for a while," and I'm like, he's still here. I had to take a couple pictures of Journey. People, they liked seeing him. They liked, at church, her youth leader, Sweet Jackie, she, she'd say she'd take a little piece of Journey home because he was so hairy and.
Leave some of that behind.
Yeah. She said she always got to take a piece of Journey home with her after church.
So was it really like you would go into every restaurant in town and there would be a jar to raise money? This was just everywhere? It became a big community project?
It was huge. Her aunt had, and some friends of hers, put together this poker bike run rally, and they, I can't remember how many motorcycles, and they just, it was hundreds, and they
right on the front with the.
She got to lead it, yeah.
That's really fun.
And then Sweetwater Grill, they hosted everybody at the end, and they raised all this money there with this huge auction, and then the GoFundMe's, people from, all over Ohio, and my cousins in Ohio, they raised $5,000. Just the bike run was $6,000. It was just amazing. Amazing.
Tell me what happened yesterday.
You want to say it?
I was sick because of my diabetes, and I was just able to start eating, or be able to eat breakfast. So my mom was making breakfast, and she fed the dogs and let them outside, and she had watered her plants, and she went outside because that one overflowed. So she went outside to water that one outside, and she saw all the dogs running around outside, and so she called back in because they got out. And then she saw Journey laying down, which is weird. And so she called for him, and he didn't come. So she ran out there and she said something's wrong with him. I ran out there, and then I called my grandpa to come, and he put his head in my lap, and then he looked up at me, and then we sat there for a while, because he was breathing really hard. His gums were white, and he had his tongue sticking out. And then we were going to go to the vet, and my grandpa went to pick him up, and there was blood, and so he put his hand, and then we figured out that it was a gunshot. So he stuck me in the car, and I had to put my hand on, hold the pressure down till we got to his feet. And then once we got to his feet, we went to an emergency room, and they took him back on like a little gurney thing, and then I had to go wash all the blood off my hands, and then we sat there for a long time, and then they told us to come say our goodbyes just in case. And he was laying on a table in the middle of the emergency part, and he had like a little mask on, and he had a blanket on, and I walked up and I kissed him on the forehead. I told him everything was gonna be okay, and then I walked out, then I ran back and gave him another kiss, and then I walked out, and then they told us that he didn't make it to surgery, and then they told us that what happened.
So, do you remember hearing anything? The last you had let him out, and how much time did you pass before you went to the front?
It couldn't have been 20 minutes. It might have been 30 at the most, 30 minutes. I made pancakes.
TV was on.
The little one doesn't like pancakes. He likes waffles, even though they're the same.
They're kind of different. Yeah.
I'm a waffle guy too.
Anyway, so I got the waffle maker and the thing out, and he was
So you're focused.
I mean, we were just doing our everyday thing, and
She heard four-wheelers.
I did. I had heard some four-wheelers out there in the woods next door, and didn't stress too much.
Right.
I mean,
that's probably kind of normal.
yeah, I mean, kinda, and
The weird thing was the back gate was open, and it never gets open, and Journey never gets out. That was the first time he's ever been out.
So you're wondering if maybe someone came through.
the possibility is it could. That would almost make it worse.
The security cameras weren't working.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I like my plants, and I try to do that. You know, it's like the routine. You water the plants in the morning, and
Right.
I just opened the door to toss some water on that one, and it was, it's just odd to see Journey out there, but he was there, and so I didn't stress, and I was like, come on, Journey, and he had raised his little paw up, and anyway, that's when I realized he...
His back legs, he wasn't moving them.
Mm-mm. So it wasn't long. It wasn't long.
He had been swimming in the pond,
Yeah.
so he hadn't been out long.
And you, of course, would want to know who did this. And
I would love to know who did it. At the very least, I want them to know what they did. Journey was, he had collars, he had tags, he was well taken care of, he was, groomed, he was fat, he was healthy. The bad thing is, had he told him to sit, he would have sat. If he told him to go, he would have gone. If
He told me easy, he would stop running.
if he said here, Journey would have come to him. He didn't bark. Journey was trained to not bark. He didn't chase animals. A couple summers ago, we had gone to the Ark in Kentucky, and while walking in this place, it was filled with people, and Journey was with us, and another service dog just went nuts.